Hey guys, this is Trace with Anarchy Land and Tracy S 1972 on Rumble. And how are you guys doing? How are you holding up? Oh my god, it's been so freaking hot. And we don't have an AC in our home, which is why I'm in my car. Yeah, sweet sound, right? Last Thursday, Trump, in his infinite stupidity, authorized a bombing of Iranian nuclear factories. First of all, that was stupid. It didn't do anything but antagonize the Iranian people. That's all it did. Now, I haven't really said anything. I've been deliberately quiet on it because I want to let all these crybabies and lunatics have their say. And let's face it, there's no shortage of them. Oh my god, some of these people come up with the craziest stuff. I have no idea what kind of medication they're taking. I wish they'd stop taking it or switch. Anyway, here's some facts I'm going to get into right quick. America used 2 special gifts at the end of World War II. I will put a little thing here to show you what I'm talking about, because if YouTube thought 1984 thought police doesn't like it when you talk about things like this. So, you know, we're gonna have to be real careful. But we used 2 special gifts on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. Then, once the surrender was formalized, we continued to study the effects of these special gifts on the Japanese people for years. Meanwhile, we continued to test these special gifts in other small, unmilitarized South Pacific island nations. I'm talking about island nations the size of New Jersey or smaller. These places could make Rhode Island look like Canada, because these little nations were so small. Despite the protesting against this practice in the 1950s and the 60s up till 70s, we still kept doing it. Why? Because we could. We're a selfish, arrogant nation. The world is our oyster. We just gotta go dig it out. That's been the mentality for years. And I'm happy to say that that is coming to a crashing end. Now, second fact. We used a special item in Vietnam. 2 different ones. One of them was by the barrels. Oh my god, there's Bambi. Yeah, I'm at a deer reserve. I wish he'd come out for my other channel. This is actually a deer reserve that's free to come and watch. You can leave your fruit and vegetables here that you have in excess. You can probably do this anywhere in your area. Anyway, back to the special items that we left in Vietnam. My late father served 3 tours, 2 full 2-year tours in Vietnam, and then 18 months into a 3rd one. He was exposed to these special items on a daily basis. Now, I'm not going to get into that right here, because I really felt that should be another video. But the fact is, we have used the very things that we rant, rave, yell, and scream about countries with a marginal, if any, military at all uses or has. Even if they have the people who know how to create them, i.e. Iraq, from 2003 up to current day. So, you gotta ask yourself, how much longer can we as a society keep going? We've exploited every nation with a marginal, if any, military at all. Countries full of black and brown people. I find that a little ironic that they're the ones we go after. But we don't go after a nation of white people, and haven't since Germany. We didn't have the balls to go after Russia head to head, so we're using Ukraine to do that. You know, after the last 30, 40, 50 years, you watch what people have been watching on TV. You look at the educational industrial complex. Shirley Isabey worked for the educational industrial complex. Along John Taylor Gatto was Teacher of the Year a couple times after he was teacher in New York City public schools. They both came out and spoke out against this system in America. But then we gotta look at the media, a lack of better word I would use. You got all through the 80s was talk shows, Phil Donahue, and actually that's where I learned about the plight of women in Saudi. It's from him. You had Stella Jesse Raphael, you had oh dear God, Oprah. In the 90s you had Jenny Jones, Jerry Springer, holy moly, Murray Povich, Mr. You Are or Are Not the Father. Then you have The Simpsons, and you wonder why. Why? We are probably some of the dumbest people on earth. And not to mention The Simpsons, which have actually kind of predicted some things. People don't want to watch shows like MacGyver, with the lead character played by Richard Dean Anderson was very intelligent, had a very strong sense of right and wrong. He later went on to play Colonel Jack O'Neill on Stargate, and he brought that same level of intelligence and steady hand. Now, most people don't want to watch characters like that. Characters that are masculine men. No, they want to watch RuPaul. They want to watch the Kardashians. And we wonder why countries across this world look down on us. And they know we are probably some of the stupidest people on God's green earth, because we have been made that way by our educational industrial complex, by our government. This is going to be another video, I can tell you right now. We're going to explore that even further, even deeper. I'm going to leave you with this question. How much longer before these Trump lapdogs and MAGA finally say enough is enough? Is he going to take bearing their children to his wars so his bank accounts can get even bigger? Because honestly, I don't know if that's going to do it. I think it's going to be them burying their children. There's endless wars. And then them themselves being hauled off to special camps. And the rest of the world turning a blind eye to it. Like they did in 1932, 1930s, and are currently do with Gaza. Now, I think the Trump MAGA lapdogs are going to have to be hauled off once they buried their own children because of him. And they're going to be saying, I didn't know. I didn't know he would actually do all this. I didn't know this was going to happen. Sure you did. Because history is repeating itself. Which side of history do you want to be on?